Hey everyone, this is Towley with TGN.TV bringing you another Rift Raid video from Greenscale Blight GSB. This is the third boss, Oracle Aleria. I am once again rocking a DPS Rift Blade. No, just kidding. I am actually in my tank gear because we have a taunt rotation going on in Phase 2. But in Phase 1 at the start of the video, as you noticed, we marked the adds 1 and 2. The Oracle's in the middle. She's immune to damage, okay? So what's going to happen is the melee ad is the ad on the right. Every single time, it never changes. The ranged ad is number 2, the ad on the left. The number 1 is going to be tanked by a warrior tank, melee. And the second ad, who is the ranged ad, is going to be tanked by a Riftstalker rogue tank who can move around, very mobile, can blink from one side of the room to the other because you have to keep kiting that boss and moving it around at all times. So a few things go on in this first phase, okay? These pollen come out, these little yellow orbs, as you can see right there to the left of this ad. What happens is these pollen have a cast timer. If that timer gets to the end and you don't kill it, it puts a buff on each of the ads. Well, on this ad in particular, I'm not sure what's going on with the ranged ad at the moment, but with the melee ad, it puts a buff on the melee ad. As you can see, it's right there under his nameplate. It's in yellow. It basically increases the damage done overall by this ad. At the same time, the tank does get a healing debuff that lasts for about a minute. So as you can see, these pollen come in the first phase from only 2 sides of the grass, or I guess this little maze here. This room has 4 corners. Pollen comes in from 2 sides only in the first phase. Basically, quickly switch the pollen, kill it, go back on the ad. Now, the ads need to die at the same time. This is why. If you kill one ad and the other's still alive, the one that's still alive will gain a ginormous damage buff that could possibly, damage the tank enough to kill him. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to DPS this melee one as much as possible. The range was a little slow on this one, so we had to wait for the range to keep up, or to pick it up and keep up with us on the melee. So while we're waiting for the range to pick it up a bit, we're going to go ahead and we're going to DPS the pollen. Now, every few seconds, the boss will put necrotic energy. Okay, it's basically a curse. It's put on one random raid member. This person becomes the bomb. If you played Molten Core in World of Warcraft, this is like Baron-Geddon. You become the bomb, and get the fuck away, and LOS to raid. So what happens is, if you get the bomb, you move away from everyone, and you LOS around these huge pieces of grass, or these leaves, trees right in front of us that we're looking here. I believe I actually get the necrotic energy at least once in this race, so you might see what I do. It does about 25 to 3,500 damage everyone in the raid, and it's probably gonna blow everyone up. It's retarded damage. You basically just have to LOS. You cannot be near anybody. You're gonna see at the end something pretty funny too. Sorry, so we're gonna get these primal werewolves down. We're gonna burn them down. This one has 4 stacks, so the tank is taking significantly a lot of damage. So what happens is once these ads are down, the Oracle becomes active. There's the big buff that you get if one is dead and one is active, but we kept it pretty close. The tank survived. Now here we go. Changes. Phase 2, Oracle Aleria howls with rage. Tank picks up the werewolf, puts her, in the middle of one of the sides. Now the pollen come from all the sides. Okay, if the pollen are released from all 4 sides, they come in 1 at a time, and then they come in like 4 at a time. It's kind of like a berserk of these pollen. You have to burn them down really quickly. Right off the bat here, the tank has about 3 stacks. Not looking good. So what we did in this phase is we have 3 tanks. We have myself, the main tank, and the rogue tank. What's going to happen is once this tank, Loit, receives the healing debuff, I'm going to taunt the boss, and I'm going to, go through my normal tank rotation. And at the same time, you have to have people assigned to killing these pollen. We were trying to figure out different strategies, maybe putting the boss in a corner somewhere so that the pollen all just, collapses to the boss, but we really couldn't find a sufficient area to do this. So in this phase, it's basically everything's still happening. The boss has 6 stacks right now. You're going to see the debuff go up on Loit in a few seconds here, then I'm going to taunt. 6 stacks is a lot. So what happens is we said to ourselves, well, once we hit 20%, fuck the pollen, everyone, burn the boss. We have 3 tanks and we have cooldowns for each of the tanks. So that's where, we made it easy for ourselves. So I'm helping as much as I can here with the pollen. And it's basically a tank inspect from there on out. Kill the pollen, kill the boss. Kill the pollen, kill the boss. Healing debuff goes up. Have one of the tanks taunt. Blow your cooldowns. Survive as much as possible. And you're going to see right there, I believe he has the debuff. It's like that little red one in the middle. I go ahead, I taunt, I start tanking. I tank him a little weird here, but I'm avoiding night tank, so I keep up my Ravenous defense and Ravenous strength up 100% of the time. As you can see, I'm not taking that harsh of a damage from the boss, even though he does have 6 stacks. That is how powerful RD and RS are. In raids, he has 7 stacks now. I'm blocking a lot and mitigating a lot of the damage. I did take a 5k hit right there, but that was basically the biggest one that I took. After I get the debuff, the rogue tank is going to go ahead and he's going to taunt. The necrotic energy is still going out. Someone is still the bomb. That person has to just... that person who is the bomb has to run away, LOS, behind this grass here. Keep killing the pollen. This fight is very, very basic. Once again, ranged add, ranged DPS. Melee add, melee DPS. That's all it is. That's all it is. AoE is going to go out throughout the entire fight. Have your wardens AoE the shit out of everyone. Here is where we basically just burn the shit out of the boss. Right now we actually have the rogue tank in it, and he has the healing debuff. At which point the tank who tanked it first, Loit, will then taunt, and we just keep the rotation going. So we kill the boss. Here we go. Someone still has necrotic energy. No one notices this. So he notices this, and it's gonna just be like, bam, everyone fucking dies all in one shot. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you, Drex. You made our fucking night. Tally with TGN.TV. Oracle Aleria, the third boss of Greenscale Blight. Facebook.com/Towley, Twitter.com/TowlTheTank. Holy Shield is our personal website. This is Guild Vendetta, guildvendetta.com. Apply. We're on Deep Strike PvP. Towley, peace out. Fucking Drex.